EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the Steelers and the reigning NFC champs, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Saw the linebacker, Damone Clark, coming through with a stop. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Matthews. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back to throw, Pickett. And he will go down, a Cowboy sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch. So on 4th down, the Steelers going to bring in Braden Mann to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and they come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now Austin. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Looking to throw, Pickett. And this is going to be incomplete.
My dad used to tell me all the time to get ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting. Better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And a fake here, directs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time,
and he can't escape, and down he goes. Nick Herbig, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Prescott now. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 21 carries, 78 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
2nd down, Pollard again. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
On 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. On the give, this is McFarland. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. And they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Now Pickett. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels, doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. This defense for the Steelers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come out of you.
And they're going to have themselves another first down. At the Steelers 42. Prescott to throw it. Able to hit his target Lamb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Here's Prescott. Another one is C.D. Lamb. He's got it. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside. Have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. Pollard will take it up the gut, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Now 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they are back to 500 on the year. Got the win last weekend. And it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season. So now it comes down to how we're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league can support it quite well, where you can move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day, but you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Steelers.
On the give, it's Warren. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4. They're going for this. Pickett. Complete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On third down, it's Prescott. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That one good for 24 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Prescott, he's going to change things up here. And again, it's Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Now Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Patrick Queen with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
A 43-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Steelers ready for their next possession. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
A handoff for Warren. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback.
Well, the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake, Prescott toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Prescott from the gun. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they got to put together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Odighizuwa breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Steelers on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything good in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. They juked him. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 2nd and a couple.
At the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Sly able to put this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing. They were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off on them.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, coming from Braden Mann. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in Orlando. No gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. To throw is Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. 2nd down and 4. Prescott now. Throw complete right side to Cooks. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll throw again. Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 8. Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And this one is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
And it's 3rd down.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Sly on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So we've hit halftime on halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And when you break it down, you know,
It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we'll keep our eye on Drew Sanders, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Broncos and the Steelers, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
it's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we... calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 17 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't go the roof off of his numbers. He certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos first down as the tackle made up near the 35. Wilson. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. You look at this Steeler defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 26-yard line. Great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Williams firing, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is third and goal. Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown. There he goes left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Steelers at 5-6 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game.
All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17. After the interception, here's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rally too quicker.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A final recovery for the Steelers score. Huge play by the defense. Not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. There's Wilson to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's got to roam. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 87 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson running left on the option. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Up the middle they go. Washington. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, That gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. This one out quickly to Watkins. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 2nd down, Swift. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. You look at the Steeler defense. They enter playing here 24th in the league against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. And in order to do that, they got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to go run better.
The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. From the 46, here's second down and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams, we shine the spotlight on him. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Now Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. It's third and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Looking to throw. Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. To throw is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
On third down, Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 36 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground. And a loose football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the gun on third down, Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos! Jerry Jeudy, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw taken in by Watkins here. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that in the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays, so let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
This offense so far on 3rd down, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Screen play set up for Williams. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Austin. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. Just shy of the 30. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Matthews working the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw again. Going deep here for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DeAndre Swift, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. Extra point now by Boswell. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drives 7 plays in length and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Austin. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10, it's Pickett again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll throw again with Pickett. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And Denver getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Again on second and 10, it's Wilson. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Now it's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. There's Wilson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again here, Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. Past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Back to throw, Pickett. This will be caught by Brown. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now run straight ahead with Ward. And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Pickett with a throw. That's caught by Pickens. Now we'll pause for an injury here. That's George Pickens, the receiver who's in some discomfort. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to the running game with Swift. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie things at 17-all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Broncos first down.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now Wilson. His throw incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here we go with Williams. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On first, here's Washington. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Williams will try again. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just take extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no coach. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On 1st and 10, Matthews. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 30 yards. Back to throw. Matthews. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. This is Swift on the counter. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Pickett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, it's all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
At the 24-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. Out quickly to Judy. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7. Pickett back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Swift. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Judy. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Quincy Roche coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Looking to throw. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
That ball caught by Slayton. Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They'll run right here with Swift, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. Back to throw. Matthews. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he gets us right inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And it's caught. It's Brown.
But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we got a tie game here in the fourth.
Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
So the Broncos coming out now.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
They begin the drive with Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. There's Wilson to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 13. And from the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Got a man, it's Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Swift. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Pickett. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Wilson.
That one too wide and incomplete.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Now it's Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Here comes second down and 5. Wilson. And that's caught by Williams.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Wilson to throw. And he's unable to pull it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at about the 14. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Steelers set to take the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete here to his receiver Brown. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. A handoff for Warren. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game.
38-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Oh, good move. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near.